Hey everyone, you guys may know that I'm a really honest guy. I'm kind of an open book. But even what I want to talk to you guys about today is even difficult for me to talk about. I want to do this. And the reason I want to talk about it today is because I really want to be able to connect and help other people. And by me telling you kind of parts of my story that most of you don't know about, I'll get a lot of people, I'll be able to get a lot of people relating to me, and in turn, I'll be able to help them even more. So, some of you guys know, I went through several phases in my life, from nerd to geek to whatever else to being very overweight. So as a kid, I grew up, with not a lot of confidence. I was very shy. And I kind of gained and lost weight a few different times and kind of pushed through, like, especially in college, you put on the freshman whatever, and then I lost it during the summer. I put on the freshman 15, 20, 25, like maybe 2 or 3 different times. But the real story comes after college. So during college, I had an epiphany that I wanted to be a professional wrestler. And I still remember walking back from the gym and saying, like, I'm going to do this. So I was motivated as heck. So I decided right there that I was going to do it, and that is the start of my major motivation, and that I was going to do anything possible to reach my goals. So after college, during college, I took some pill form steroids, and at that time they were pro hormones, they were pill form, and as a result, of course, I didn't know what I was doing and that kind of stuff. It really messed me up hormonally. So I got major erectile dysfunction after that. I remember, like, one of my girlfriends at the time, there was a college frat party. I lived in a frat house, and she wanted to come upstairs with me. I had just started dating this girl, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to perform, and so I was kind of freaking out a little bit because I knew that I was messed up from taking the pills. And I got up there, and of course I couldn't perform, and she left in out of anger, and I kind of threw my chair and shattered my mirror, and I was just, beyond pissed. And that was kind of a traumatic moment in life for me that I've never forgotten. And ever since then, I've been on a journey to find a cure for myself, and I've never wanted to go on. And it kind of got a little bit better after that. But after college, because of my, persistence and lack of knowledge and whatever else you want to call it, I decided to do steroids again, and I had an opportunity this time to do the needle form. So I literally went every week to my buddy's house to get injections, and that was probably the worst idea ever, because that stuff can be very harsh, especially if you don't know what you're doing, and that really messed me up, like, bad. So luckily, since then I've been able to treat myself and so on. So I'm still fighting the good fight for that, but I've made it come a long way since then. And at the same time I was taking these steroids, like, I was like, I'm just, I'm on steroids, I can eat whatever I want, but I ended up, like, ballooning up and, just ended up at 235 pounds, and that was kind of still ballooning up even after I got off the steroids. And I sure as hell didn't look like I was on steroids. I just looked like I was like a fat slob. Don't worry, buddy. We're almost done. And I got a before after picture I'll post right here. And so I was depressed. My depression had gone out of control. Like, anxiety was just out of control. I had no confidence. And my boss at my training studio took me aside, actually, and I'm very thankful for her even to this day for doing this. And she's like, "Matt, you're a trainer. You gotta kind of," I don't remember her exact words, "you gotta, be an example." And during that time, as soon as she said that, I started on my journey. I lost 50 pounds in 3.5 months using a lot of the ways I teach today. And it took tremendous dedication to lose that much weight that fast, but I was, like, on par. I was, like, beyond motivated. I wanted to get in better shape for my trip to Mexico, and I did, and it was awesome. So that's part of my journey. Since then I've also overcome my anxiety for the most part. Like, it's always there a little bit, but it's like a billion times better than it used to be. And I'm going to teach you guys a lot about that. Depression is pretty much non-existent. It's up and down depending on life circumstances, but you know what I mean. So I can relate to a lot of people in that aspect. I work with mental health patients right now, so I've been able to help a lot of them as a result of my experiences. With the erectile dysfunction, it's still something that's, I'm way better off than I used to. My girlfriend's been amazingly supportive. I can still function and have sex with the help of some natural supplements, as well as Cialis, Viagra when needed. And I'm seeing a naturopathic doctor right now, which has been the most knowledgeable person I've ever met about it, and it's been an amazing experience to work with this lady, who's helped me tremendously. But it's been it's been a lot of ups and downs with that too, because I mean, when a guy can't perform, I mean, that just shatters his self-confidence and everything. It's just terrible. Like when you're like, you feel terrible about it, and it's just like you almost want to avoid any type of romantic, intimate situation with a girlfriend, and that's not a way to live. So, and I never wanted to get on testosterone replacement therapy because that's for life, and that is just like, even that's just as bad as steroids for your body in the long run. So, but it's something that I'm staying positive about, like I'm pushing through, and I'm going to keep you guys all updated on that. And I definitely, I mean, I found a lot of tips and tricks along the way, and a lot of strategies that would help like guys with a lesser issue than me. Like my hormones are pretty messed up, so like a lot of guys, erectile dysfunction is just from diet and that kind of stuff. So I mean, I found like all kinds of tips and tricks for that, so I will be writing a book and that kind of stuff. But I just want to share this story with you guys for now. I want to be able to connect with people out there in regards to weight loss, and how you guys feel when you're overweight, and because I know how it is, and I know how it is to feel what a lot of guys can't even imagine, and that's just to not be able to get it up when you're trying to be romantic with your girlfriend. It's the worst feeling ever. The same with being 50 pounds overweight. So thanks for listening, guys. If you can, just share this video to anybody that you think may feel inspired by it. I appreciate, if anybody has any comments, there are questions to ask me, I'm open to it. And I look forward to connecting with you guys more as I continue my online venture. This was actually a challenge video too, for us to open up to our audience. And I'm about ready to go into Walgreens and buy a Mother's Day card for my mom and go see her. And this guy back here is getting a little impatient. Thanks for listening, guys. And I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, Mother's Day, and awesome week. And you'll probably be seeing this on Monday, actually. So Mother's Day will be over. So I hope you had a good Mother's Day. Thanks, guys.